Before you watch this video, you need to watch the whole thing to get the full context. Today we're going to be talking about NITROLUKEDX. For those of you who haven't already heard, there has been a lot of things going on Twitter and all other social media platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, that NITROLUKEDX has been banned in Call of Duty Warzone. Well, today we're going to do some digging into this. One thing you should know, I have attended a get-together at NitroLuke's house. This is something I've been public about. I have also questioned NitroLuke multiple times based on whether or not he is cheating. If somebody has ever sent me any footage that I think is sus, I would directly contact him and he would be more than happy to explain. And he has done this in the past where he has broken down exactly what it is we are seeing. For example, there was one moment where there was an icon on his screen and it looked like some sort of visual audio program running. But after speaking with Luke, he was able to actually show me that it was to do with a program he had for his mouse so that he could operate the same mouse across two different PCs. And this was broken down very simply and easily. Again, completely debunking the claims against him. And yes, I did go to where he streams from and I did play on his setup. I checked the setup, there was no cheats activated, there was no cheats installed, and I watched him play on that setup as well. And I was able to say that I think, based on that performance on the day, that NitroLuke was not cheating. This does not clear his name 100%, this does not mean I have vouched for him 100%, and that is not something I will do, and I've always stated that. The reason I've always struggled to put videos out showing legit players is because at any point, somebody could turn a leaf and decide one day to cheat. Oh, well, I've had the stamp of approval from Triple B, so I'm going to inject them cheats today. So even after I attended NitroLuke's setup and played on it and watched him play on it, I was sent clips of NitroLuke being spectated by a Wallhacker, and I was more than happy to put the video out analysing the gameplay, and there were one or two moments within that I felt were a little bit sus. And I stated that within the video. So this is something I will always do. I am true to myself, I am true to my community. And it doesn't matter whether or not I am friends with someone. I've always stated that if they're cheating in the game, I will expose them. So I decided last night, late after all of this drama unfolded on Twitter and other social media platforms, to go and have a little chat with NitroLuke. I had a couple of questions lined up that I wanted to ask him, and he was more than happy to oblige. Let's take a listen to what he had to say. So Luke, also known as NitrolukeDX for those watching, are you cheating?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So what do you make of everyone at the moment on Twitter accusing you of cheating?
To be fair, it's an act of desperation. These people have been hunting me down for years. The amount of times that these people have written bad comments about me, fake lies, and allegations that don't make sense is unbelievable. The thing is, when you're striving for success, all these people try and shoot you down every single time. And these people are non-stop making rumors and bullshit about me all the time. And I'm quite a reserved guy online, not on stream. On stream, I'm a crazy guy, right? But yeah, online, these guys just try and hammer me for anything that I've ever done good, or I think I've done good. These criticize and put me down to make them feel better. There's a lot of vindictive people in the world, and I don't blame it, because obviously the bullshit that's existing within everything, whether it be gaming, politics, cancel culture, you fucking name it, these guys live and breathe that, right? So they don't leave me alone ever. I'm always on the fence watching all their friends suffer from similar issues or whatever, and it's, oh, it's all right, mate, you're all right, you're innocent, you're this. But the second NitroLuke does something, oh, you must be doing this. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Baz, don't get me wrong. In the past, I haven't necessarily been the nicest guy on Call of Duty because I've played from a competitive angle where I've gone, he's cheating, left, right, and center. But now, because I've called these people out in the past, they're trying to bloody sucker punch me and use me and throw me under the bus, even though they don't owe me anything. These people just want to cancel me at any opportunity.
Okay, so with that being said, the clip of the player disappearing, when did that actually take place?
A couple weeks ago.
Right. So this was before Season 3 was actually released?
Yep.
So do you remember the specific date of when this happened?
Yeah, Monday, 27th of March.
So you've said the 27th this occurred, but Ricochet actually didn't even announce their new features being incorporated into the game until the 29th of March. And they actually stated the incorporation wasn't going to be until Season 3. So how do you believe that this has happened to you in Season 2?
Like I said, I totally believe that it's in the testing phase. And because of the mass reports from all of the people stream sniping me and chasing me and making money off the back of chasing me down, and because we're from UK lobbies and the lobbies don't load up and I don't VPN, yeah, because I'm legit, they get into the lobby, they mass report, and I get kicked out, and I get kicked out, and I get kicked out. And I truly believe that because I am, you know, one of the, of old, one of the most hated people in COD, because obviously, it could be because I'm friends with you, no, but because, genuinely, it's because I used to call out a lot of people. I used to call out pretty much everybody. And, you know, based on me as well being autistic, anything that looked sus, even in the slightest 1%, I would call out, rage, scream about it or whatever on stream. And, you know, to be fair, it was like used as an entertainment factor, like a WWE factor. However, there was some people at certain times that were, you know, big streamers or whatever, that I was very upset. I was truly believing that these guys were hacking on Warzone 1 and things like that, and nothing was being done about it. And, you know, seeing, you know, Activision release updates of Ricochet and nothing really happening, or someone getting permabanned and then, oh, miraculously they've been unpermabanned, or, you know, seeing everyone, you know, be friendship groups to people, I just reacted, you know, in a way where I should have just like held my tongue and not really cared about it, but I was quite vocal about it. So there's a lot of people that have grudges against me, and they're using this one moment out of my 4 years to be like, oh yeah, this guy's cheating, he's hacking, oh, we've got you, we've got you.
So after asking a couple of questions to Luke, I asked him one final question. Is there anything he could have had downloaded or plugged into his PC that could have led to him being shadow banned, causing players to disappear in front of him? And well, this is what he had to say.
One of the most important factors of this whole thing, based on this issue with invisible players, and this happening before Call of Duty released their videos and demonstrations with like drop the gun, invisible player, whatever, and they talked about Cronuses. I do own a Cronus, and on my streams with evidence, I have been promoting a Cronus on its tournament mode. Yes, some of you can believe that I've been using it for blueprints. However, I've only recently used it, and I have evidence to prove of when the install date was as well, just to sort of shut any people up that have been trying to say I've been using it for a long time. 12th of February, that is when I decided to go ahead and get it. The reason being was because we were suffering from DDoS attacks and hackers chasing us. I wanted to go cross-platform off, hence why I bought a PS5. That at the time there was no Xbox-style controllers. That's why I bought a Victrix controller, which is the very first Xbox-style controller ever to come out. And because I'm so used to the optimized Lord of Mice and DS4 with the 1ms refresh rate, I decided to buy a Cronus for the console. Obviously, I plugged it in, and it would only work for the PS4 function of Warzone, and I felt that it was smoother. Put it into the PC, and tried it and played with it on the PC for a while, and have been for a while, and maybe it's placebo, I believe the 1ms refresh rate is better. Now, obviously, this is up to people whether or not they're going to, you know, believe if I've installed blueprints or profiles, swag, or Mutex. There's other people as well that I've seen recently, like Picnics, like, oh, I've got a Cronus with a 1ms refresh rate on tournament mode. Not gonna lie, I've used it for the Resident Evil recently. I wanted to use it for God of War. That's why I bought a B loader for the PS5 so that I can actually play the 1ms refresh rate on God of War because it's not on PC. I 100% know for a fact that this could be a great reason why I have actually had invisible players. Shortly after, Call of Duty bring out these videos and say that you get warnings with Cronuses. I had this issue before in Season 2, before any of this content has come out. I have also been transparent as throughout my whole career, legit as through my whole career, notoriously known for being so legit, and that's why people are coming out the woodwork, desperate leeches to try and cancel me based on cheating, right? I've been scapegoated, and it has been unfortunate timing based on all the mass reports that have happened, based on all the stream sniping and Discord servers. This has definitively been picked up. And if anyone dares say that it's not the case, go back and watch my old clips. They're there. I have videos that show that there's no aimbot, nothing sus whatsoever. You know, I have a reputation up to the stratosphere for calling out hackers. Yeah. However, I'll hold my hands up and say that I'm a firm believer that this device is good. It's just a shame that this can be viewed as a sus device because of the profiles. That's why Call of Duty didn't nab onto it only recently because they're bringing out ranked mode or whatever, and I've been scapegoated for this. And people are deciding to try and name and shame me. But oh, guess what? NITROLUKEDX has a Cronus only recently. Proved the date. What are you going to say now? You guys are always trying to spin narratives to justify your own actions because you hate me. I've done nothing to anyone. I've been focusing on my own thing, and because of this, people are trying to make it seem like I'm a hacker or a cheater. It's actually disgusting, and it's Matrix bull style behavior because you're grasping at straws at a dying game. It's a shame that you guys have come to this level to try and make content and use me again as a scapegoat for your own cheating and your own demises and all that. Leave me the fuck alone. I've done nothing. Now, ever since, I've had these issues was before the announcements of COD. I even have videos in my live streams where I'm telling people, go and buy a Cronus, but just know that you will be labeled as a maybe person that goes ahead and uses blueprints and this. But I can prove it time and time again that my recoil and everything's exactly the same with or without it. Again, I'm always looking to try and, perfect the creed of what I do. Yeah. And I am legit. I'm a firm believer that the Cronus can be legit. Unfortunately, they don't have a tournament mode only Cronus. The funny thing is, when this all happened, no one said anything. But because now everyone's getting sussed out where, people are getting less bullet damage and all this other stuff, that could be aimbot. That could be a Cronus. I don't fucking make the anti-cheat. I don't know how it all works. What I know is that it's never really worked. It never bans the right people. And if you know someone that knows someone, they get unbanned. It's just a ridiculous bull fake community of people that are desperate to try and cancel people. I, for one, have literally been legit from the beginning all the way to the end. And that's why I've suffered the most, because I haven't got in with the clique. It is disgusting behavior that I get boycotted all the time.
Now, you guys can make of that what you will. Honestly, I disagree with the use of Cronus. Now, NitroLuke has stated that he only used it for the 1 millisecond refresh rate. He's shown the date of install. He's shown that he's got a PS5. He's named multiple games that he wants to use it with. But again, it's a similar scenario to Mutex having Cronus Pro on his desktop. So it's up to you guys to decide whether or not you believe NitroLuke has been using a Cronus for this whole time. But one thing I will say about NitroLuke, every time I have contacted him and asked for information, he has been more than happy to give it, even to this point where he's openly admitted to owning a Cronus and giving the explanation behind it. And then when it's come to the Wallhack situation, I've given honest review. That one for me here is probably the only part that I would say is unexplainable, right? So there's no information of this guy here running to the right at all. Whether or not you guys think NitrolukeDX is hacking or cheating, it's up to you guys to decide that today. But as I've always stated, Cronus is a cheating device. If you have that device, you can easily download scripts to it and cheat. So this is something I have always stated I am against. But again, I'm going to let you guys decide in the comments below. Now, I know a lot of people have spoken out on Twitter about this recently, and this is something that I'm really going to feed into now. This is the biggest part of the video for me. NitrolukeDX, playing the game, ends up having players disappear in front of him, invisible players within his gameplay. And without any proof, a lot of these guys like Modern Warzone and everybody within that comment section, Mina Mendez, Manu, and multiple others, you even have Oakley Boy on Facebook speaking out about it, and again, many others. There are hundreds if not thousands of people talking about this right now. I want to know where they were when TP had somebody disappear in front of him.
This guy's invisible, is that a thing?
First I've seen it.
He's under the bridge, yeah, he's invisible, okay.
So he's cheating. Nice. What was he in the map though?
No.
No, he's just invisible.
How do you do that?
What about Diaz Biffle getting killed again by an invisible player?
Full drive-by on his ass. One shot. There's more than one. Bitch. One shot from 4, Ev. One shot. I got smoked. I got mollied.
Don't worry, I got him.
I got stunned.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Stand by.
Oh shit! Yo, what the?
I'm dead. I don't even know where the fuck I just died from, bro.
Hey, I just died fast.
Am I blind, bro? What the fuck? I swear I didn't even see this guy.
And what about Sadio Freak on Facebook Gaming? Even Stone Mountain can show that this player was visible from his point of view, but not Adio Freak's.
Audio's perspective on what he saw, there's nobody here. And then on my perspective, there is somebody here. And I was like, what? Why isn't he doing anything? You can see the hit markers there, right? It was hitting his shield, actually. But the guy was there.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
But he wasn't there.
God.
He's still there. The guy's just,
Doing audio.
he wasn't even shooting him. That's why I didn't understand what was happening. He jumped past him. He's right there.
He knew he was invisible.
He must have.
So now that we've covered all that, let's point out one thing. Nitroluke has admitted to plugging in a Cronus into his PC. So he's admitted to the reason why it's probably caused players to disappear in his gameplay. So on Modern Warzone, Mina Mendes, Manu, all of these guys throwing hate and shade at NITROLUKEDX because of this. Are they going to hold that same weight about all of those people who we've just shown in the clips having the exact same thing happen to them? And if you guys aren't aware, Ricochet Anti-Cheat has had some updates in Season 3. These new updates are cloaking, damage shield, as well as disarming. The two we're going to focus on here today are the damage shield as well as the cloaking, and the reason for that is they're the two that we're going to be pointing out. The cloaking situation is when players disappear. The damage shield is actually stopping cheaters from being able to cause damage to legitimate players in the game. So now you guys have seen two examples of these actually happening in the video that's been put out by Call of Duty themselves. So now we're going to talk about narratives. First of all, Modern Warzone holding such weight in the Call of Duty community with over 700,000 followers on Twitter. He's more than happy to tarnish NITROLUKEDX's name with this situation without real proof. Yes, there's a video out there showing people disappear, and fair enough, I agree, that is sus as hell. And now Nitroluke has also admitted that he's got the Cronus. So all of those people we've shown you also having players disappear, does that mean they're using Cronus as well? Why hasn't Modern Warzone wrote a tweet about them? Why hasn't he put anything out about TP, about Diaz Biffle, about Adio Freak, and many others that have had this happen to them? Let's talk about narratives. Modern Warzone more than happy to claim that this is not a glitch when it comes to NITROLUKEDX having a player disappear in front of him, right? But take a look at this tweet here. Modern Warzone put out this tweet saying there's a new God mode bug in Warzone that gives you unlimited redeploy protection. With any real proof to back this up? No, of course not. But the proof that he did provide was a video of Spiros not being able to cause any damage to an enemy within the game. This is what we're talking about when it comes to spinning narratives. It's okay for Spiros to have one of these new Ricochet anti-cheat features happen to him, but it's a bug in the game. But when something like this happens to NITROLUKEDX, they instantly jump on it, pounce on him, and state that this is one of the new Ricochet integrations. Now, I'm actually going to show you the footage of this happening to Spiros now. Take a look.
He has redeploy protection. He can't die.
The enemy took that one.
Now, these integrations for Ricochet Anti-Cheat were meant to happen in Season 3. However, all of the footage that has happened with NITROLUKEDX having players turn invisible, that happened prior to Season 3. So that was in Season 2. All of that footage of it happening to Nitroluke. So like Nitro said throughout that interview that we had, it was probably during the testing phase. But again, he's admitted to owning and using a Cronus on PC. So does this mean that Spiros is using a Cronus as well? Because hey, listen, look at the date of the tweet that Modern Warzone put out, April 12th. And what are the chances of this video going out from Modern Warzone calling it a bug on the exact same day the Season 3 launched? So it's a bug when it's Spiros having a new Ricochet anti-cheat feature happen to him. But without any proof at the time, Modern Warzone was happy to state that this was a Ricochet anti-cheat feature happening to Nitroluke prior to Season 3. Let that sink in. We have now had Nitroluke admit to owning and using a Cronus. we have now shown you multiple instances of players being invisible to multiple different streamers, and we've also got a video of a different one of these features happening to Speedos. Are we going to see the exact same attack on all of these streamers as what we've seen on NITROLUKEDX? I would like to see unbiased opinions from Modern Warzone and others who are putting out this information. You have got Speedos having damage shield happen to him after Season 3's release. You've got multiple other streamers having the cloaking situation happen to them. So I'm looking forward to seeing the news happen on all of these other streamers as well. But for now, NITROLUKEDX has admitted to owning and using a Cronus. So let that sink in, guys. He's admitted to it. So when you see all of these other guys claiming that it's a bug or a glitch in the game, it's not. It's a Cronus or something else. Let me know what you guys think about Nitro. Let me know what you think about the whole situation in the comments below. And if you did enjoy today's video, guys, hit the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And if you guys want to reach out to me about any streamer, no matter how big or small, hit me up on Twitter at BadBoy Beaman. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!